Next up, I have a Jake Browning clip, current backup quarterback for the Cincinnati Bengals, and I did see him getting some flack for not taking full-on accountability and for not taking all the blame after getting benched, but honestly, I actually liked his response a lot here. And just to be clear, as I've said a bunch of times in my sports segments, I am in fact a big Joe Flacco fan, so I was happy to see him become the starter in Cincy. I love it how he's still going out there and slinging it at age 40, and I love his belief in himself and his personality. But anyways, let's hear from Jake Browning now.
The general theme for myself is, anybody that is going through some adversity, whether it's football or personal stuff, if you go through it and deal with it the right way, there's no way you don't come out the other end, a better version of who you were. And so, for me, it's trying to respond the right way. Obviously, I'm pissed. And if I wasn't pissed, then I shouldn't be in this locker room. And it's important to me. And, I'm aware of the role I played in the offensive struggles over the last few weeks. And, but I'm also not shouldering the entire situation. And, I went through yesterday, watched my throws, tried to come up with some stuff that I want to work on, and just doing that.
So me personally, I appreciate and like his honesty in this response. I like how he says he's pissed, and if he weren't, he probably shouldn't be here. He doesn't put anyone else down, but he says if you go through adversity the right way, there's no way that you can't come out stronger on the other side. So to provide some context, he took over for the injured Joe Burrow, but he played poorly, had a lot of turnovers, and got benched. After the team traded for Joe Flacco, who once again, I was happy to see that because I'm happy for Joe Flacco. But if you put yourself in Browning's shoes, so here you are getting booed, social media is berating you too, and then you get benched. This is a super tough situation to be in. We forget so often that athletes are people too, and that everyone goes through emotions. And after all, Flacco was having the same issues in Cleveland, but now he comes to Cincy and it's a whole different story, and now he's giving hope to the team, and hopefully he had a good game this week, as I'm sure to be covering in this week's recap. But adversity can either shape you or break you.
Don't cry to give up, cry to keep going.
And you should see this as a reason to become better. And sometimes, yes, it does take a change of environment, new teammates, new training. But overall, failure is only final if you roll over and quit. If you keep training, giving it your all, and fight back every time you get knocked down, it can be an ultimate bridge to success. And I'm sure that so many of us out there have experienced a similar situation, whether in our personal lives or in our athletic careers. It's not always going to be sunshine and rainbows. Sometimes you don't perform the way that you had hoped. But what are you going to do next? How will you respond after getting benched, after making an error, or fumbling away this massive opportunity? You can't change the past, but the next move is yours.